episode for higher GC News. Bima Ubibia Aqua had the latest hot and qua Aremeyaw Bromo. Erunti Sonya subscribe to channel idea, but Modia say over subscribe. The bayan say over click a year subscribe button. Now wabele notification. We answer video for be upload when the first person once ebeka a video. I feel we are now like video. Give us a thumbs up. Now fee. Share my wafufro so now when you be here now and somewhere koso ewo Ghana be mo hanom afi ye hwe eye somewhere abeto ye pono so yiti eye sankomo ya ba beto ya sa report mama yiti
NPP negu now you say NPP for thank you tour now thank you tour no moko no ensem bebresi ya bona na bi asum ya hwe na asum ne kaka ne se ba ku yiye and onamana asa wa hwe ne num yes anytime na bi no mo interview no TV so motie hello hima asina na na si ocho bibi ensu ye boko asawa hye de num ye gune slap pepraw so ejimijimi kakra jimijimi abone slap ohu de onye oyima bibi ensu o mbo na Dr. Bawumia Kennedy Agyapong oko eyi kwase ya hwe ne slap ma jimijimi de jimi abete now bebre sisi mumia dwedwam Mahamudu Bawumia cancer bi meka kire mo ha se party no what they are doing now nyina na say omo person tam party no by force na omo de Bawumia ba as flag bearer. Me I don't care. Nipa omo be yin is a flag bearer. NPP Bawumia ba they'll drop to 24%. Kennedy Agyapong cannot cross 24%. He will linger around 14% because mentally he's not stable. And between Bawumia and Kennedy, Obiani will be to cross 24%. So I don't care who they elect as their flag bearer. At that point I don't care. But then ya say nyina o party na ya sacrifice ya brie mojeni na nipa bi pese omo dada nipa bi etietie omo fa ahodie so eno na hame eno na metia na emebufu efisa me da ho ya NPP ni obi anim say me card bearer member of the NPP intimate na ho e ma nipa kuo bi entietie nipa bi fa ahodie so ensa mu sika in the name say e was by force Bawumia na ekobiem no konya 24% no anything na de be metna me say as much as I don't like the NPP, I'm free mobile, I am also not going to allow some people to use a small power they have to suppress a ebinum. And what I am seeing is Kennedy Agyapong, they are being suppressed. Bawumia even though they are all not going to cross the 24%, their LCO NPP mono air time. Kennedy 14, Bawumia 24 in 2028. That's where they are going to be. Now Bawumia can send me. Bawumia said Kufuor contested for the first time in 1996. Tia 70 year. When I bet you say Bawumia Jimmy, with all due respect, Obeka will be didn't pay for Bawumia, Manisi Suminaso, by Kakrawum. Kufuor contested for the first time in 1996, securing 39%, more than 41.7% garnered. Many said he shouldn't contest again. But he stood in 2001. If we could cross 50% in 2000 after 39% in 1996, I believe we can cross 50% from 41.7% in 2028. PZ for Maminche Chirim Namo Mbodo Montebro. You two for Sona Mubufu. Moi, more PZ Mubina Monom Red and Adu Munyai. The Bawumia Kenyina say, oh, 1996 J.A. Kufuor on the first time of contest here. Or contest here, no J.A. Kufuor 39%. And a man for car say, oh, J.A. Kufuor on your day, and come on in contest bium. And then so J.A. Kufuor Saba bium, ever contest here 2000, and a 39 or move call a year 50%. Into Sami Bawumia menya 38.2%. I am the first time. I didn't say most of the Miko Bioma, Minya Day, Minya 50%. Now remember, Mahamudu Bawumia was flag bearer for 8 years. Mahamudu Bawumia was vice president, technically president, for 8 years. Technically, Mahamudu Bawumia will lead the NPP for 16 years. J.A. Kufuor in 1996. Time of all contested first and second. Na obie Kufuor governance da. So people were thinking say Kufuor was smart. People were thinking say Kufuor was coming to do something extraordinary. And in 1996 when people still thought to say he's smart. So let us give him a nod in 2000. Because at that point, na Ghana bia near nim se Kufuor beji Ghana sika koto gold atunu kom say 50 cent India ni beka. Na ye nim se Kufuor oba be si tiefi. Na ye nim se Kufuor ontumi pon sika jetia. Na ye nim se Kufuor ontumi insi school ba ko na brabom. Na ye nim se Kufuor oba be di president Kufuor eye cocaine ena sebio obeji atena so. Na Ghana for nim. Into Kufuor ba 1996. Na ye nim ye hu na binder. In 2000, we thought Kufuor was intelligent. And it's the majority of Ghanaians thought, say, let us do what? Let us test Kufuor in 2000. That is why you saw the number Kufuor got in 2000. Now, who Mahamudu Bawumia? 2012. 2012. You were around. 2008. You were around. 2012. You were around. 2016, you were around. 2024, you were around. In fact, 16 years of Cecilia Mekano, 8 years you were president. We saw your best. You delivered your best. All the incantations and the economic gymnastics, we saw everything that you put on the table. You led the economic management team for 8 years. The dollar moved from 3.8 to 16.2. Under your leadership, inflation jumped all the way to 56. It was you under your leadership and the level of corruption. It was under your leadership and a Bank of Ghana a bought 60 billion. It was under your leadership and the highest levels of unemployment. So we have seen you work before. We have seen you lead delegation to World Bank, IMF. We have seen you manage our economy for 16, technically 8 years. So why are you doing this comparison? Actually, will be a way Jimmy and opportunity we are dada. Because J. Kufuor near who na binder. What do you know? And the over Ghana politics moi. Obi a way deep power chepa and the Ghana politics our NPP Bawumia. Who got a opportunity to be a flag bearer twice and be a vice president twice. 16 years. You are still telling us to say, Yamaun San Kona Kokoya Deng. Economic risk kid. Into this statement, don't make it anywhere again. Men yes, our statement, Ushia Abronye, Chairman to me, Pentium 2, General Secretary, JFK. Any chairman now, so a busmo, say you share. Yeshia Sunogun won to me Casano. Say Jimmy Foreign, I wish your Manoki Casan some way. Na Ghana for by Jumba to say, and some question some way, and ye bibiao. You are a liar, you are a terrible liar. Your analogy does not make sense. The way you put things together does not really make sense. Because if you are telling me 1996, Kufuor Baye, and Akufo 31, and at 2000, Kufuor Winnie, 97 Kufuor ni president that, near Nimu, no vice president Crada. Near Nimyan said that it's near use of Nyansa. And in 2000, you power no. It's also the different from Kufuor Kra because Kufuor time about 1996 no. Sananko the vice president to pay and Ghana would have looked at him with a different eye. But so far no, near who Kufuor Kra no because Wabokro no were them. Near Nimsa Kufuor obedi hine no obedi president. Near Nimsa Kufuor Krono na no obebo near who be. And it's a man to me 2000. So you cannot make those in comparison. You have been there for 16 years. God for oil, yetia. Yanti kroma na ono yire. Samira Bawumia. En kwasiade amoye na Ghana ha yehu. So shut up, my friend. Pe bebi na fa otusi. Na pe once na biwe. Na Kenyansa sembi na nipantie. Sa comedy concert way playing on the emotions of NPP for no. It is not going to go anywhere because we have matured. We are not in the past for you to come and do this comedy thing. Yeah, there also mumbobium because you Jimmy Refi. Hey, all the no original. Omako Chanyon for Framano. Kufuor Basa and Okofa Akoya and one stand a pipe nan and Mukongu Dana Samwa. Yabo within the Afro Satana Beman for Duansha and Toda into no hundo or Casasa upon Tunim the Oka. Omuni Nemani Kufuor Baye, the battery is the Lord. Akwa Wesuba and Kwasha Sam Tisifia on Sunday and Yom Deba. Sa no motie. We know these people. Bawumia kasaya osede. Addo papa bia menya. Onya yeseke. First adwum ye nyina nim so onya yeseke. NPP fo nko adu bebi atia. Onya ye mi. Say hey, NPP mo hwe ne yo. Ade de show ye onya yeseke. Nkofo di atam ye ne yejim ye ne abenkuma. Now 2024 election. Our own members attacked the party and the NDC played them back against us. Bawumia boa. Chi. Mamika binchiramo. You see the Michael Kwe report no. They deliberately made Bawumia study the report. And omoyi part of the report no matramano. And omaka say, you see, the people who are handling Bawumia, Gidi Obuakomo, they are daft. Michael Kwe report no. And strategically, share report him and omoyi part ni bi. And Bawumia baby almost thank you to no. The idea behind the thank you to is for Bawumia to address the Michael Kwe report, no, the part that will make his part of the story better than anyone else. Enti omunya abutre no de ma no. And the boys no everyday ye. And omuka say boss, udru baby say aka we de menka. So that at the end of the day no, it will look like Bawumia is going on a thank you tour for the party, but indirectly Bawumia is cleaning his ass. It is a study Bawumia statement or make you turn as well. You can see clearly say we're reading reports no any actual points na mano and what he's doing in the say odru baby na de ebeboa the campaign in the future no de ebeboa destabilize the opponent Kennedy Agyapong no na wakoka. Now Mahamudu Bawumia said the mom lose election e bi ni say 2024 no NDC 4 meme komeka ho NDC 4 AUZ omo party mu for ensam omo kan against you omo Bawumia boa. 99% of the voices NPP NDC 4 boy against the NDC in 2024 election. 99% na Bawumia statement. I have a whole 5 gig hard drive Bawumia nkwa nsem 5 gig. Myself and my team, we have a hard drive, 5 gig hard drive. Mahamudu Bawumia nkwa nsem. Inti for Bawumia to even turn around to tell you say, now I want to ask, when you're born the voice, Kennedy Agyapong nsem say no kan. When Kennedy Agyapong ne dam ne baya no okeka nsema no one can say nim say nyansenim. He was just going on his own trail. Kennedy Agyapong started kind of bottom some the latter part of the elections. Kennedy Agyapong in some kind of say a key impact against the NPP was just 3%. Kennedy Agyapong ne damu ba no sanle socks get no and an okeka but majority of the videos from 2016, 2014, 2013, 2012, we went all the way back to 2010. Mahamudu Bawumia with statement. And the butcher Ghana for say, oh, you're true for. So how can you turn around today and tell Ghana for say the NDC used or party members statement, party members bang. Party member Ben Bawumia Obetuma Boni din say, Saasi Mesiwe the statement no affect NPP campaign, but it is you. 99.9% of the statement Ghanaians. Anyone say one kind of correct. NPP nya party or some no. It was you, your statement. Atra wudi in opposition and in government. Into this statement clearly tells you say the guy is not ready to accept to say or you're true for, and it is his mistakes. Or no, the mistakes, deliberate mistakes are out of greed. And then they cause a party no the downfall. Kennedy Agyapong played a role in the destruction of the NPP. Nobody can say no. Kennedy Agyapong's role was about 30%. But Mahamudu Bawumia played about 70%. But we crack a 80% of the destruction of the NPP government in losing the elections. In Nipa, now of course a problem no. The same Machiavellian tactics. What cause a problem no. Wadane no wa busa se when the cause problem no. Mahamudu Bawumia and Kennedy. Bawumia especially is about on the cause about 70% of the problem my NPP co-position. Because one, Mahamudu Bawumia lied throughout from the day of joining NPP, everything there, and he's still lying. Mahamudu Bawumia is still lying. So for Bawumia to even have that courage to stand before a Ghana for to tell us to say I Kennedy Agyapong mon sema mo kan and mamu lose election no I was say MPP ni bia bufu. That statement or this statement we are talking about, it was directed to Kennedy Agyapong from Bawumia. But let's look at Bawumia and Samni Kennedy in some. Kennedy got more mad at the latter part of the elections of the campaign. It's Bawumia to shut up. Now, when you listen to Bawumia, he is still not ready. He is still not willing to do what? To accept to say he played a major role in the defeat. Now listen to him. He's still blaming people.
All the studies are so far. The big issues are one, cost of living. Niema bo e kosoro otchere e bai. The kanu eye adia ye freno arrogance of power. Express yasu na eyeti yasu edi ye tie asem party for country say yenye reshuffle and yes 8 years yanti and yes party for country say yempe E11 no ebe haging. The person yansa party for country say haircut no debt restructure no DDEP. Say what in answer? Say sad debt restructure no ebe haging because most of them are pensioners and Omapeni announced said there will be no haircut. Say what kind? Ghana for in ING, but a buyer no, ye be haircut. We so share a buy yentia napco view, la yentia afforestation for view, hatred so yentio. And also share regions be brave, said the General Secretary Kanye. Your votes no, do on the war. Yanye juma bebre wo Western region said the okay no uko Mora, uko Valerie Jura, uko Mpohoa. So many places ya find a problem. Market said intimidate Tagwa. Shaban yet. So the problems that is just Western region. Ocean na NPP na ye kotu aban na nkabomno na enho papa enyesa na ye kasa against each other na NDC ebo ewo radio ewo TV towards the 2-3 weeks to the election. So now only campaign but playing our own language back to us. Etina ehia said ye campaign
Sir, if this is the first time obi etie eye Bawumia Obeka say we or a constituency chairman and I say constituency beza because in some of our canon this is something a constituency secretary eneka. Now the man you just heard was vice president for 8 years. He was in charge of the economic management team. 8 years. This man sat through every cabinet meeting. One cry. Where in Ghana for the 8 years, Obi who say Mahamadu Bawumia has spoken against high cost of living. For the 8 years he was president, technically. Did he ever mount one stage in his life as the vice president and the head of economic management team, and also a co-chair of cabinet meeting? When Bawumia was in power for 8 years, did he ever speak against high cost of living? No. Did you ever hear Bawumia openly complain to the NPP, the whole nation, about arrogance of power, how arrogant they were in power? Did you ever hear Bawumia make that statement in any platform that he mounted for the 8 years? No. Reshuffling. This same person sat in cabinet for 8 years. He told us at the point that he wants to continue the legacy of Akufo Addo. The legacy of Akufo Addo was that, or is, Akufo Addo ruled for 8 years and he never reshuffled. I didn't say I want to continue Akufo Addo's legacy because that is a terrible legacy. But Mahamudu Bawumia, during elections, he said he was comfortable with the decisions Akufo Addo had taken and that he was going to continue Akufo Addo's legacy. Reshuffling that he did not do for 8 years is part of his legacy. Did he ever complain about that? No. But he said he wanted to do what? Continue this legacy. Mahamadu Bawumia talked about e-levy cabinet for 8 years. When e-levy was passed, Bawumia never mounted one single stage in Ghana to say, I am against e-levy. He never did that. Every single day they met in cabinet to discuss the introduction of e-levy, Mahamadu Bawumia never came out officially, even through his spokesperson, to say he is against e-levy. Kojo Kyeremanteng was heard on countless occasions on all media platforms telling the world and Ghana that Mahamadu Bawumia is in full support of e-levy because he is at cabinet and he supported the person of e-levy. Now, let's talk about DDEP. The burnout is about Bawumia stage because say domestic debt exchange program. He was against it. Nowhere in the history of being a Ghana vice president and the head of the economic management team, he never for a day spoke openly against DDEP. We are talking about togetherness. Mahamadu Bawumia basically is lying to himself. He is trying to create an impression that Nana Akufo Addo's legacy, the people who were in that government are stupid and that he is the chosen one. And whatever happened in the Akufo Addo administration for the past 8 years, he should not be blamed. I'm going to ask Bawumia a simple question. If all these things, you are not to be blamed, are you ever going to take credit for anything that happened in the 8 years in the Akufo Addo administration? Because so far, you have not been able to applaud the Akufo Addo administration, which you were a vice president on this your tour. You have not been able to applaud one single thing. So if everything that the Akufo Addo administration did, everything that you saw was wrong, and as so are you ever going to tell us that we should give you credit for something during the Akufo Addo tenure? Because the arrogance of power was the president and his people. You are not included from what you are telling us. DDEP, you are not included from what you are telling us. E-levy, you are not included from what you are telling us. You are telling us about reshuffling. You were not included. You are telling us about high cost of living. You didn't even know that there was high cost of living in Ghana because there was never a day that you mounted stage to tell us that people are really suffering and that the high cost of living could kill Ghanaians and could take the NPP to opposition. You never made that statement. So I'm asking Bawumia, are you going to mount stage again to tell us that we should give you credit for the same group of animals you are today telling us to despise? Because I want to know, for the 8 years that you were in power, were you working with some different group of people? If they are not different group of people you're working with, and it's the same people that you want to run on their legacy, whatever they did in 8 years, then you don't deserve to stand before a rational Ghanaian to tell that Ghanaian to vote for you. Now, you know the most despicable part of Bawumia's statement. he went all the way. He went as far to tell Ghana for say, as vice president, as a member of the cabinet, the person, the president in the Bawumia chair cabinet, no, or catch the Ghana for say, ya to petromu na onim. This is what he said.
You will see all the 9 communities very soon. Now, at the end, 3 days to the election. 3 days to the election. Yet to petrol. Yet to petrol. And yes, sir. 3 days. Maybe see another can say, this is how. Young, see our 3 days to the election. You're going to petrol. Hey, the president we and I say the same. Now,
Mahamudu Bawumia, I say 3 days I got to Aba, and na almost 2 petrol onuna onim as the vice president who sits in cabinet. There was a day that me tie NPP phobi, and I know I na Bawumia onuna 2 petrol agencies on 2 petrol Bawumia nim. Oh really? But petrol come from Bawumia to be catch say NPP aban 2 petrol mu amana conform kwasi afo. Uko tie omo conversation anytime I talk TikToker. Me call TikToker me tie NPP fo omo Jimmy brutal. I was listening to them and Ojan bi wo ho I na Bawumia say no na 2 petrol your agencies omo 2 petrol and so Bawumia to be gina stage. No I catch say I and them go petrol akofom Akufo Addo ne Bawumia de ye Ojan and de mo se unim say 2 petrol. It mo catch say Bawumia nim meboa. Na na time Bawumia ejina Ghana e catch say Russia Ukraine war no na sebio amanyoma Atta pansam na sa nyansa no onyan wen. Enya cabinet ya no correlate say Russia Ukraine war and say Ghana economy no. Bawumia in power has been blaming people. He has been blaming others. Bawumia has never taken blame for anything. Mahamudu Bawumia and Neyere Samira Bawumia, they have never taken blame in this government, in this party. The biggest problem with Bawumia and say he still sees himself so in Nyansa Obi our party him. On Neyere no, na adwene no, or just a party near Nedia because he is being protected by Akufo Addo, Freddie Blay, and Gabby mo because they think they have stolen enough. He sees everyone in the party say Obi Jimmy because this is a presidential candidate in the history of our republic. We're recording the lowest results when it comes to presidential elections. And this guy is standing there blaming his boss. This guy, he needs to ask himself, what wasn't so attractive? He is not assessing himself as a politician. He's not assessing himself. What is making me not attractive? He has ignored that. He wants us to believe, say, Akufo Addo Jimmy, NPP for Jimmy, Menemeyere Samira Adorye, ya correct into Montomaye. And sometimes you ask yourself, is this guy serious in life? Does he really think, say, we have short memories to the point, say, Yen Kaidi or Ye Ghana. I can play Bawumia's videos 50 in a minute. I can play Bawumia's videos 50 in a minute. The lies are they have implanted in the heads of Ghanaians. Atra would talk Ghana for him. It took us 80 years to wash all those lies from the heads of Ghanaians. And you are back again in less than 4 months. And you are making us look like, say, NPP for Jimmy. Omo munim nyansani omo eni omo wie sika no ofori Atta Michael Kwe Akufo Addo ene omo ano omo supporto san kwase ade no into obi oka hu bi agimi and na me yama Kennedy Agyapong because I can tell you on authority Kennedy will never be the flag bearer of the NPP. They will cheat him. The things I know in the NPP, 99% of NPP followers they don't know. Michael Kwe report no about 3 months ago they gave it to Bawumia. They gave it to him and his team to analyze it because they wanted Bawumia to pick the part. And into the West Stadia, the tour is basically about Bawumia speaking on the report. And I won't study, every single statement he's made is about the report. It is not about what really happened that Emo lose elections, no. Because in the report, he wants to first clean himself, clean on and call for before, because our idea be said, Omo candidate, they can fight for themselves. Met my catch on authority from a reliable source from Michael Kwe. Mahamudu Bawumia will be your flag bearer. It does not matter what Kennedy Agyapong will do. That register, whether they change it or they don't change it, Kennedy I feel bad for him. In fact, right now I'm in Tokobia because Sikana me pagina or Anase. So many Kennedy cool. I feel bad for Kennedy. He looks frail. He doesn't look well. His money is done. He's just intimidating them. He would never, as far as Bawumia is in the picture, Nana Akufo Addo, Mike Okwe, the NPP leadership would never make Kennedy Agyapong the flag bearer. Because one, they've told themselves that Kennedy is not a presidential material. You cannot sell Kennedy beyond the NPP. But with Bawumia, they can lie about Bawumia. That is what they are doing. And they know for a fact. Anytime I say NPP for, now I say, Kennedy, you are wasting money. They have decided your fate in the party. There's nothing you can do. Bawumia will rig the primaries. And you see, I will come and give you the primaries numbers before they go to the primaries. Mahamudu Bawumia, he knows he will be the flag bearer. His biggest problem is that he knows he cannot win the general elections. So the agenda is that what they are going to do after primaries, leadership and they put Bawumia's people there. The same coup Akufo Addo they will make sure say after the primaries leadership Bawumia and Akufo Addo and then they will start the coup because they know Bawumia has to come 2032. And we are NPP ni wonya smart now the party nechi. When I pick a phone and I talk to Samia Uku, when I talk to these boys, they know where the party is headed. They know party negu. They know that you people are foolish. They are playing with you people. Kennedy betuma ko soro abesi form. Bawumia will win the primaries. Anna namo one test Bawumia ka say General Secretary Nikachi say out of Bawumia's good attitude or something, he decided to invite the other candidates to join him on the tour. So it means from the beginning, they were not considering Kennedy Agyapong and the rest to be part of this tour. But out of courtesy, because they don't want a lot of the people down there to get agitated, that's why they call Kennedy to be part of it. Can't you see this whole thing? Kennedy is like a dog following them. They have already put things in order. For a general secretary to tell you, say, Bawumia kuma pantina of invite your mama kano. Is it the party that is organizing this tour or Bawumia organizing the tour? Tell me. It means the tour was organized or is being organized by Bawumia and Akufo Addo. And that they see Kennedy as a lapdog. They won't say akwaraji me. Me say, Mubetuma rinchine. Kennedy, me catch you. I like you. You are trying your best to be a nice man, but it is not there. You were not born like that. You can't even put 2 or 3 words together to make sense. You all see, say, you are forcing. They are coaching you, but naturally, you cannot be refined. You have done everything possible to look like you are presidential. Let somebody just tickle you a little bit. You will explode. We know you are not that material. Bawumia is a liar and you are temperamental. So, there is no way you can be president. And it's not me saying it. These people have met. They didn't obey. Gidi gidi no obey. Hey, no baye, but they control the party. And I'm telling you, anything I'm saying, Obeka say, you want the NPP to bring back Afoku because you know that the current leadership, Omni will side. Who Kennedy Agyapong? We were in this country. And I know Kennedy, you said this. Grant amnesty to Alan Afoku. Kennedy Agyapong catch the NPP for they say, Mama Alan Mrabak, Mama Afoko Mrabak. He knows that the current leadership, Council of they are not on his side. Now, Kennedy is also trying to see if he can build a force from within. He can't get it. This is the same Kennedy Agyapong. Or catch a NPP for say, prosecute Afoku, Agyapong, or NPP will collapse. And Kennedy Agyapong has same way. 2015. 2015. Kennedy Agyapong ka say afoko yemfa nko jail ni jail no. Kennedy Agyapong ka say yen jail Kwabena Agyapong. Kennedy Agyapong ka say so mo jail afoko, no mo jail Kwabena Agyapong a party ni begu. Kennedy Agyapong. And 2025, Kennedy Agyapong said bring back afoko. The people yam more party ni begu no. And the Kennedy say yen san for mombra. You know why? Because he knows the top there Bawumia. He's trying to build alliance. It's not going to work because Kennedy is not consistent. Kennedy Agyapong is a flip-flopper. Kennedy Agyapong, the party itself knows he's not mentally strong to be able to stand the pressure of Obitisa Kevin Taylor. No, Kennedy cannot. And they know Bawumia is a liar. And they know the monies they stole. How many Bawumia we are no? Bawumia bet to me at least a protected. That is why they are all following Bawumia. And it is not like they want to. They know what they have done. Ofori Atta, as I speak to you, Kennedy Agyapong on DC, Washington DC. He wants a way to find some people to beg for him. Kennedy Ofori Atta in Washington DC. He's in Washington DC. But on some Bragan or somba on an DC, I'm moving somewhere. Until let me tell you, yeah, I could do point to be a so boy in Jai's thank you to now party to be blasted. Unmari crow. Say NPP are very smarter. Some kwasi demonstration almost on Bekono. Or some releases statement in 10 times say because of the demonstration we want to go, we want the thank you turn, we want to put a hold on it and take care of the demonstration and a few things. Sir, thank you to of course for another 2 weeks. Party ebe blasted. Obi be wo be sekai. This is Kennedy Agyapong. The same thank you to Munte Kennedy Agyapong.
Media, I'm telling you the truth. Obia nye beman chobia. But party nti eni pebi to make kasati so omo member. Omo nye member. Eba contribution si yen sika omo to me be mo kosesere. And they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet a kruya, because some of them cannot even speak the way they speak. Because bam fi kura ofori. Ebi mo yato kas ma omo. Am barum be too long. You see your penokura, momianka. I will not respect you. But may respond to anybody. And yes, I can showdown. Anybody akuma wasuru ekasa yepe memo party mu yankomo ye ma minisa wosika minsire sika mu here for promise mu dibi kasa kokugudro so ye sika for please who born dog number to me talk anyhow who born dog number to me talk anyhow kukuru Cecilia, you do so much.
Makachira musa party negu. Me say, I am telling them they need to put a stop to this tour now, and I am instructing the NPP because I speak to the NPP the top than anybody else. I am instructing them in the next 72 hours. They need to put a stop to this. By the end of the week, this tour must end. They need to put a notice out that they want to go do demonstration and that when they are done with the demonstration, they'll come back and continue. They need to do some serious review of this tour. I am telling them this is a demand and I am warning them. I am actually demanding they put a stop to this tour because I control your party. I will determine pathway in the next 42 years who leads the party. I am demanding that the leadership of the party, by the end of the week, this tour Bawumia has organized, it needs to end. Now, Munte Kennedy Agyapong asemi akyerem.
Media, I'm telling you the truth. Obia nye beman chobia. But party nti eni pebi to make kasati so omo member. Omo nye member. Eba contribution si yen sika omo to me be mo kosesere. And they talk as if the whole world is for them. is not for them. And yet a Kuruya, like some of them cannot even speak the way they speak. You got bomb if you could have offered. If you were your podcast, I'm baron too long. You see, your panokura, Momianka, I will not respect you. But may respond to anybody. And yes, I can showdown. Anybody akuma wasro ekasa yepe memo party mu yankomo ye ma minisa wo sika minsire sika mo hiafo promusu mu dibi kasa kokugudro so ye sika fo please who born dog number to me atoku anyhow who born dog number to me atoku anyhow kukuru
Kennedy kasa wie no me say on bomb na sankofo e koma kwa men kuma nkomukunu no sa baas no tim no de bomb betum sankofo e omo ye dangerous Kennedy wie no na abronya so beje mic me say on bomb na de ma kwa men kroma no sankofo e omo te the same baas no one day ye beti didim see ati kroma ha eye meme nkofo na omo nkotie abronya Kennedy wie no say Kennedy for mic no ma me say so di nkusiegu ebom edan ba akumu a uguroma na hu se say wo nkusifuo. What is happening? It is called inkusifuo. It is called the rat farm, wet rat farm. Inkusifuo na hu no so di nkusiegu bom udomugu basket mu ana edan ba akuna uguroma a your friend inkusifuo. What you are seeing is a rat farm. Kennedy we no se abronya say fama me na me so me kama adwene party na egu awie
arrogance and the dear duru baby aere yeduri raging ha mo hu say me two me nine ko single constituency akọ kachire obi say yanto abama candidate me mu wuye mo amene mo tena da mo kura di mo say me fro obi say to abama a particular candidate but the binum de me din ko ye campaign wie ye no omo wie ye no na o ma konkran abronya no na agi Bawumia Campaign ayere ba no kura ne say omo ba mo ho campaign omo say abronya ne so
oh chen it abronya ne kasa first because na odidi Kennedy atem abronya edin kan kasa first ena na o ka che Kennedy say woni won ko ofo nkwasiafo no kotena nkran say me te bono ha bono aponche magye party na boso na me ye campaign ama Bawumia satana Kennedy nkasa ye intina ne ho nya enstaten wo so ye o say Kennedy ne ho the buffo na ho so ayin say the buffo pa na the tiko na flat more Kennedy say the buffo a ozo kutama kan na ho so kakra ayin na ne tiko na I flat more say basa na venom na be gu ha say Kennedy we cobra o ayin Kennedy no the buffo a na ne tiko na I flat more na venom no abegu a and the oto no pure enti abronya din kan je mic eno kai ya na ajuso be di Kennedy atam say enti I campaign Bawumia ntidian mo na nkwasiafo mo kotena nkran say me mete bono ha me ma jisika na me ye campaign ama Bawumia ejimifo na mabatom wo ha na Kennedy to no ne nsa no body papa because 180 million to ya enti abronya de di nkan ba ya Kennedy responded. This is what abronya said before Kennedy responded.
Arrogance and the dear duru baby aere yeduri raging ha mo hu say me two me nine ko single constituency akọ kachire obi say yanto abama candidate me mu wuye mo amene mo tena da mo kura di mo say me fro obi say to abama a particular candidate but the binum de me din ko ye campaign wie ye no omo wie ye no na o ma konkran abronya no na agi Bawumia Campaign ayere ba no kura ne say omo ba mo ho campaign omo say abronya ne soma mo omo say abronya ne soma say ye me ye campaign ko me boa eyesa mo di ho adanse ye say ma miema no amfro obi a sa nkrofo no so omo ye sa di me din ba ayere e tena omo be ba mo ho but this time no omo ye ma me buafu na mom mo obi nkodi obi atem ukodi do obi atem wie na so wie a wo se yankoye a unity a me say unity no eye ayi mo ana mo kreti Professor Makwe report o se ye kwa abato a ensema ye ka no ɛno na Anno NDC for yɛre use tie na mmom woyɛ propaganda na obi be yi ano dia entena social media say wodi ni panatem na wo hia wa bakasa memfa wadamfo.
Media, I'm telling you the truth. Obi onye be man obia. But party nti enipa bi tumi kasa te se omo member. Omo nye member. Eba contributions yen sika omo tumi be omo kosesere. And they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet because some of them cannot even speak the way they speak. Because bam fie kura ofari. Ebi wo yato cars ma omo. Ambaron be true no. You see your panokura momianka. I will not respect you. But may respond to anybody. And yes, I can show down. Anybody akuma wasro ekasa yepe memo party no dia nkomo ye ma minisa wo sika minsire sika mo here for promotion wo dibi kasa kokugudro so ne sika fo please who born dog number to ya koku anyhow
technology we get technology again tetena ankoma betena news so and the 6 p.m. news ni peace and the NPP for ekoye omo thank you to na me say na de ensem a NPP for ye in kabomun sam Dr. Bawumia kasaye and honorable Kennedy Agyapong so kasaye NPP yesia de omo gina na so ye in kabom kase aba ebinie na de omo ko pie mu no eye abronya osa ponche ono so akasa emene party no obia yi ni yam ade a sebio na emane di nwinwi nyina omo ye firi ho party no asa gina ne na so ma NPP say eye afi a edi enima ba ye beto 2028 aba no ombeje fi NDC nsem na ye tie de ekode a na ye MPP regina ne na so pa san sem na kapisa baba ka che but because of technology and then they bogu wasum wana utie wasum technology ankedi wo bia akoda diet we ankoma betno ekua de ande anya meche eye reporter Kwame Boakye oni eye honorable Kennedy Agyapong ene eye Dr. Bawumia omo wo eye from Mampem omo na etse Kwame otimenka in oti Kwame nyina ye Kwame nyina masa fa ne so Kwame asaba bi Kwame esi awu nyina hen oso ye nyina bomfa bomfa ko tiketwa ho ne nyina oso ye fena na mo free na ba oso oni efra nyanwere so Cecilia ye duru bomfa ko tiketwa ho ne wo na eye Dr. Bawumia ene eye Kennedy Agyapong we odo a o ma kire sata technology ani o technology ebi ni o e no mo kika kwasi asan ya TV mu ni download ya ti radio ho ye ma me no ma bre o ti trotrum and a speaker kakraka bodeko and o she seat na ase and ye bogum no mo dadaye na me kan me se ande de pie e wo bomfa ko tiketwa ha de enya de ketwa me se ye beduru ha nipa bebre twehia enso nipa 7 penetiwo nipa twehia Dr. Bawumia baasi ebo abe papa amanfo mpene no Kennedy Agyapong yi ni ti me se nipa bose ndi MPP for abasa o mo party o mesiesie ni ye se ani anko bi and because of technology
arrogance and the dear duru babi ayere ye duru raging ha mo say me 2 me 9 ko single constituency akọ kachire obi say yanto aba ma candidate bi mu wuye mo amene mo tena da mo kura di mo say me fro obi say to aba ma particular candidate but the binum de me din ko ye campaign wie ye no omo wie ye no na o ma konkran abronya no na agi Bawumia campaign ayere ba no kura ne say omo ba mo ho campaign no omo say abronya na soma mo omo say abronya na soma say ye meye campaign ko meboa yesa mo di ho adanse ye say ma miema no amfro obia sa ankrofo no so omo ye sa de medin ba ye no etena omo beba mo ho but this time no omo ye ma mebuafu na mom mo obi nkodi obi atem ukodi do obi atem wie na so wie a wo se yankoye a unity I mean sa unity no ayi mo ana mo kreti Professor Makwe report o se ye kwa abato a ensema ye ka no eno na Anno NDC for ye use it here. Now, we are propaganda no be no dia. And tonight, social media say, who didn't panatem now? We are Wabakasa Memfa Wadam for.
Media, I'm telling you the truth. Obia nye beman chobia. But party nti eni pebi to make kasati so omo member. Omo nye member. Eba contributions here in Zika omo to me omo kosese. And they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet a kruya. Because some of them cannot even speak the way they speak. Because bam fi ekura ofori. Ebi wo ya talk as ma omo. Am baron be true no. You see, your penukura, Mumianka, I will not respect you. But may respond to any baby, and yes, I can show down. Any baby, Akuma Wasro, Ekasa, your Penemo party, Muriankomo, your ma. Minisa will start means Nessica. More here for promotion to be Kasaku Kudroso, near for. Please. Who born dog?
Thank you, who born dog. Thank you, is who born dog. Thank you. Technology, dear. I'm back in and give woo. Now, I'm a chairman who name as of the Krabaso. Party the chairman, General Secretary, so a Pentium 2, the memory near Pentium 2, or Casa Jimmy. Party new hot, my catch a party new hot. In China, Mamuti Facebook, hey, you know, Mahamadu and the more never a day. Near idea be a bit butchy. Messy ya, Yantumanka. Imagine a year, Gina ye, na I saw line to see. Ain't in a Chiremono, a year nipa ima, on an eddy, a year campaign, nichi, or the tornichi, or Macopie, a year bonfa cotic. I bonfa kotiketwa bonfa kotiketwa eho no mo na osaba ahoma so be friend bi na ensamfo fraba no matese so osaba kwabena na wagina ye osia ya gira ye ene boyemu na line enso da ngina so ene esi de bonfa kotiketwa ne yewo na mese ende ensama esi akono efese yenko ho yenim omonko na eka kire ye ne tie biase yet a new town. Yani anko yi bova kotiketwa. Omo no makọ ho no mo chirechire ba kire. Abena me se ye kase odo a ene de me hu bi da. Reporter no kwame obidwom. Waje 200 ai sole ehede to. Ode amagas bi wo bova kotiketwa. Ose omo ntwan no oba. Oma report paper ketewa bi kuta no. Na ye hwema omo ba ye no. Bom chairman baabi, abronya baabi, Kennedy Agyapong baabi, ena Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia enso baabi. Party ne mo abope, me se obeduru ye no, nipa boje omo so. Kwahwe park bi so obi ani ho. Ba yanko bi bomfa kotiketwa yanko bi. Technology a, ena technology na dia beduru ha. Oh, timi omo jimi omo ho. Into omo jimi omo ho saa na afei Agyarko, Mr. Englishman. Ote brofo chen eku. Krono brofo. I know what you're talking about. Agyarko said, NPP at risk of imploding over thank you tour. Or say obetuma cases so. Or say thank you zero. Na obia will be sick me in a partner blasty. Agyarko Englishman has spoken English. And the Englishman is saying that the NPP is at risk of imploding on cabro so mo gua PZ for betiasie PZ for muti imploding ase montiasie oto na Kevin Taylor no okwasia Dr. Tommy Droma wa untumi kenkan de wo ho na wonom nje wo nkwa oto odi matam mo PZ for ni bi mo agimi mo lucky say mampon hine wuntina na nse mabrebre so kakra nana piao isia ende menana otumfo ochedwadwo ntina nde magum amamo no na mumu bi na mugu PZ agimifo utamedro kwa untumi kenkan de wo ho udum poison ewu udi mi matem unim imploding unim ade friend imploding wa was kan Kevin Taylor so wo twa mama chirechirim Agyarko your party ni fa phone na frɛ no so was now branch executive or say NPP at risk of imploding over thank you tour what you say why your boxes move fin no ready we kan kwase asema kire Kevin Taylor on tia se mamma sister we dum you get implode na et se bi wadi beans na wawie kurukuru eguso na sebio wasa no red atoso na wankasa ya fro se bedi ede nkatenkwan a ya amben na wanom anu aguso fufuo ka ho na wadi abunoburu nkwan na uwie no onum koka to so a wote ho it will implode ebe blast wo yem ene friend imploding ebe di boom wo yem eye Agyarko say party no thank you who born dog eye tolo someone enjan sisi a ebe di boom e wo yem after pizza for Matias here technology
yo it for we a reporter abato ye pono so meka say so wonya subscribe to channel idea bomodi say over subscribe na wa like video no give us a thumbs up na fe share ma wo foforo so na we bi hwe na wo hu ensemo ekoso e wo Ghana memo hanom oso betimi a chere wadwen afa eye ensemo nyina ho e wo comment box no mo bobati minka bi in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.